adolescence, charms, and challenges. I am unique. Nothing can happen to me. Will I be tall enough? I can change the world. Nobody understands me. Do these statements sound familiar? At what age do you remember having such thoughts? Do you have such thoughts? Like sometimes some of the
I did, I
Yeah,
think before.
small.
before. Okay. Yes. So now thoughts like this we've all had. Okay. And thoughts like this will come now too for you all. Okay. Because you've started with your teenage, okay, adolescence. So thoughts like this will come. Adolescence is a crucial period of life between childhood and adulthood, during which an individual experiences a range of emotions, very confident about certain things and unsure about others. Okay, range means various emotions, variety of emotions, okay, complex emotions. And we are very confident about some things, while some things we are very unsure of. Take it takes some time and effort to become comfortable with the changes taking place in one's mind and body. These changes make this phase of life very exciting. In this lesson, we will learn about the charms and challenges of adolescence and the ways to manage many issues related with it. Okay, charms and challenges, charms, all the good sides of it, and challenges for the struggles that comes in this period. Okay, like I said, adolescence starts from 13 to 18 or 19 years of age. Okay, 13 to 19 years of age. Now, what are the characteristics of adolescence? So, what is adolescence? Adolescence is a transitional stage between childhood and adulthood. It is the age between 10 to 19 years. Now, there are various psychologists, okay, who studied adolescence, okay, who studied adolescence and gave own view, their theories about it. Some of them said that adolescence starts from the age of 10, okay, till 19. Some said it starts at the age of 12. Some said it starts at the age of 13. Okay. So, according to your book, it is 10 to 19 years. So, you can write 10 to 19 while writing. But mostly, adolescence starts at the age of 12 or 13 years. Okay. Because 10 years is still a child. Okay. A 10-year-old is still a child, not like a grown up, not a bit grown up, but still a child. Now, though the timing and pace of changes may vary among individuals, these are marked by physical, emotional, social, and cognitive changes. Why do you think these changes take place? Now, timing and pace of changes may vary among individuals. Okay, one very simple example. One very simple example. A friend of yours may start growing beard at the age of 13. Okay, while you start growing beard at the age of 14. Okay, that is different. But that doesn't mean that, oh, my beard is not coming. Okay, some boys will say, so what? There's some problem with me. My friend has a beard. I don't have a beard. Thoughts like that might come, but it is normal. Okay, because these physical changes, okay, start early for some people and a little late for other children. Okay, the timing and pace is different for all. Now, physical changes in the body, emotional changes in the mood, social in behavior, and cognitive related to our brain, okay, mind, related to our mind. Now, why these changes takes place? These changes are initiated by hormonal changes in the body and are a natural part process of growing up. You can read more about the hormones in lesson number 22, Control and Coordination, from the Science and Technology secondary course of NIOS. Okay, basically, what happens, there are a lot of hormones in the boys and girls which change, okay, or which increase and decrease, okay. The main hormones which are responsible are like in female, we have estrogen, progesterone, male testosterone, those hormones, okay, that are there. Then that is the hormones for mood, emotions, okay. I'm forgetting the name of that hormone, which is responsible for moods, for your happiness, dopamine, okay. Then you have adrenaline, which is responsible for fear, okay. When we feel a rush or in that feeling of exam, okay, the hormone responsible is adrenaline. For happiness, the hormone is dopamine. So when you grow up and you reach this age, teenage, there is increase and decrease in all of these hormones, due to which we feel what we feel, emotional, okay, physical changes takes place, and everything. Now, these changes prepare adolescents for adult roles and responsibilities, so they should be accepted and celebrated. Okay, they prepare us for adult roles and responsibilities, not just physically, they develop us, but mentally, emotionally. Okay, we learn to manage our emotions. Okay, we learn gain understanding of certain things. So it develops us for adult roles and responsibilities. You shall learn more about these changes. Okay, they can be broadly categorized into four categories: physical development, like I said, development of the body; emotional development, okay, recognize and handle or manage the events that are related to our behavior; and cognitive development, mental abilities, okay, related to the brain, mind, the mental abilities. Then, okay, we will start with physical development. That is the first category. We will study these four in detail. Physical development. Physical development during adolescence begins with puberty, which means beginning of sexual maturity. This period is marked by physical growth and change in body shape.
I think
During this period,
Megan's internet went out.
almost,
Yes.
yeah, I think so too. Hmm. Okay, then I'll explain this to you a bit, okay, till Megan joins. Okay, now physical growth and change in the body shape when the boys and girls they grow, okay. Body shape changes takes place in every stage, okay, like when a baby is born and then the baby grows, okay. Growth is there in the major body parts such as hands and legs and height, okay. When they reach a certain age, that is the teenage or adolescence, there is a growth in their body organs, okay. Physical growth, this represents physical growth. Megan, can you hear my voice clearly?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Okay. Yes. So from a baby to uh, grown up, like till 10, 11, we have the limbs grow, hands grow, legs grow, height grows. Even till 18, height grows. So one of the most important physical changes, the growth of height. Besides height, there is growth in all our body organs too. This we know. Okay. Some people, the growth takes place till 20, okay, till they are 20 years also. Some people, their height grows till they are 20, body organs grow, they develop till we are 20. Change in body shape takes place, okay. If you can see the physical development in girls, the change in body shape, okay, development. Now, also, 75% of adult height and above 50% of adult weight is gained. Okay. Like in this point, at this point, we gain 75% of the height that will grow up to, we gain. Okay, 75% of the height that we grow up to, we gain, and 50% of the weight we gain. You must be aware that every individual has unique structure, which is influenced by several factors such as heredity, environment, nutrition. Okay, different structure, different unique structure means different body shapes. Okay, men also different body shapes are there. Women also different body shapes are there. Why? These are the factors on which the body shape depends. Okay, one of the factors heredity. What is the like parents? Okay, if the girl is there, then body show the mother, or the boy is there, then body show the father. If you've heard that if the father is tall, then there is high chances that the boy will be tall. Okay, if the mother is average height, then the daughter will be average height, probably. Okay, there are chances. Why? Because the chromosomes, genes, okay, are like cells. DNA is made up of our parents' genes, right? Okay, that like our structure comes from our parents directly. We know I taught you this chromosome fusion and everything, right? So that is why our height, okay, body structure, it comes as heredity, means we inherit that from our parents. Environment also sometimes, okay, sometimes environment also means that if there are, you might have seen that sometimes parents are not like normal height, but children are very tall. Why? You'll ask them, oh, I play football, or she plays football. Okay, the boy plays football, or the girl plays something. Okay, and their height is good. Why? Because they are in that environment, that physical exercise, that stretch and everything that is very good for the growth of height. Okay, that is there. The nutrition very important. If proper food is given, then the body will be able to develop well. Okay, if nutritious food is given to the children from like from the point where they are children, then adolescents, and good food is given to them, nutritious, they'll develop well. Okay, those children who do not get nutritious food, their body sometimes they are very thin. Okay, malnutrition sometimes, very thin. Okay, so nutrition. So this body structure is influenced by heredity, environment, and nutrition. During adolescence, both boys and girls experience physical changes, but some are specific to boys and some are specific to girls. Okay, some common changes are there. Some changes only happen in girls, some changes only happen to boys. We'll read about it. First, those changes which are common to boys and girls. Increase in height and weight. Okay, both boys and girls grow in height, and in both weight gain takes place. Okay, then growth of underarm hair and growth of pubic hair, that happens in both boys and girls. Pimples and acne, okay, common in both boys and girls. Development of reproductive organs in boys and girls is also common, okay, because both develop. Now, what are the specific changes that takes place in boys? Broadening of shoulders. You know, boys have more broader shoulders. Okay, so broadening of shoulders, deepening of voice. Their voice becomes more bold, heavy. Okay, deepening of voice. Then development of facial hair like beard and mustache. Right, they develop facial hair. Increased muscular development. Their muscles also like develop. Okay, they have a little heavy muscles compared to girls. I wouldn't say toned, okay, because that would happen when you do weight exercises and all. Okay, but yeah, in general, they have their muscular development is a little more. Okay, they have good muscles. Then nocturnal emission. Do you know what this is? No. Nocturnal emission refers to Sometimes this happens in boys that the like when I taught you reproduction, we talked about sperms, okay, and the sperms are carried in a liquid, okay, they are carried in a liquid. That liquid is called semen, okay, that liquid is called semen. When there is a release of semen, okay, in boys, like sometimes when you sleep and you wake up, okay, or at random times, not just when you are into the reproductive thing. Besides that, in the adolescent period, when there is release of semen, sometimes you wake up or in sleep, okay, that is known as nocturnal emission. This happens or starts when you reach this age, like maybe 11 or 12 after, and it goes on, like this goes on until like you become an adult, and it goes on this process. So that is nocturnal emission. Then specific to girls, there is growth of breasts in this time period, broadening of hips, development natural, and menarche. I think this refers to menstrual cycle, okay, periods that I've taught you all already. So these are the changes that takes place in boys and girls during adolescence. Now, there is no fixed age, okay, that only when you are 13 you will start to grow beard, okay, only when you are 14 your voice will deepen. No, okay, these things can happen at any point of time between this age. Like, this is a time period, but at any point of time, these changes will start to happen to you, okay. Understood? Any doubt? Any doubt? No.
No.
Okay. Recall and mark tick the physical changes you experienced around the age of 15 to 16 years in the table 20.1 given below. Okay. You are not 15 yet, right? Both of you.
No, not yet.
I'm 13.
Okay.
She's 14.
You are 13. Megan is 14.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now, girls, menstruation usually begins, which is known as menarche, between 9 to 16 years and stops around 45 to 55 years. That is known as menopause. Okay. I've told you why this happens. Okay. Why this happens? Because like our body grows old and becomes weak when you're like 45 and 50 years of age. And it stops it stops producing the egg in the female. Okay. Now, when the egg is not being produced, it will not shed. Okay. It will not shed. So periods are stopped after 45 to 50 years of age. And they are like weak also. So they don't have that much of strength to deliver a baby that time. Okay. Now, menstruation cycle of 28 days, which may vary from 21 to 35 days. We've studied this, but we'll go over it once again. Okay. 28 days means every 28 days the cycle takes place. Okay. Every 28 days the egg matures. Okay. Then it sets at the uterus. Okay. Waits for fertilization, and fertilization doesn't happen. Then it sheds itself down. Okay. And periods take place. During each menstrual cycle, one ovum matures and is released by the ovary. This is called ovulation that occurs around mid cycle. Okay. First, the formation of the egg takes place. Okay. And then after like 14 days after it's formed, developed, it is released into the ovary. Before the ovum leaves the ovary, the uterus builds up its inner lining with extra blood and tissues. If the ovum meets with sperm, in case of sexual intercourse, it is fertilized and conception takes place. Conception means it is fertilized, and um, the baby will develop after it. Okay, so when it is fertilized, that is conception, like conceived. Okay, baby will happen now. So that is known as conception. Fertilization. In that case, the lining of uterus supports the growing fetus or baby. Okay, uterus lining becomes thick with blood and tissues. Okay, so that if fertilization takes place, it can support it because this baby, this fetus, it develops in the uterus. Okay, it actually grows in the uterus. So uterus has to protect it. Okay, but if the fertilization doesn't take place, then this lining and everything sheds. Okay, it all sheds. When the ovum is not fertilized, the uterus no longer needs the extra blood and tissue. The uterus therefore consists of blood, mucus, and fragments of the lining in the uterus. Okay, the tissue and all it sheds. This blood passes through vagina and is caught by using a clean cotton cloth or a sanitary pad. Okay, clean cotton cloth was what was used in the ancient time. The women, because sanitary pads were not there that time, so clean cotton cloth, or like they made it with clean cotton cloth and used it, but now sanitary pads are used. It is important to know that if a girl does not begin her menstrual cycle until the age of 16 years, she should consult a qualified doctor. Okay, because menstruation signifies the ability of a girl to become pregnant. Okay, so after 16, like until 16, it starts. Okay, but after 16, if it doesn't happen, then there might be some issue with the ovary. Okay, there might be some issue with the ovary, and that is why it is important to consult a doctor. Do you know that a girl can get pregnant before her menstrual cycle begins, as she releases an egg before her first period? Okay, then irregularity in menstrual cycle is common when girls just begin to menstruate. Okay, means that when they just start their period, the first time, second time, third time, there might be some irregularity because the body is still adjusting. Okay, body is still adjusting. There is irregularity with the duration, irregularity with the flow because the body is adjusting to it. A missed period usually indicates pregnancy if a girl is sexually active. Okay, this is for married people when they are sexually active and she misses a period, that may indicate pregnancy because the first sign of pregnancy is missing a period. The menstrual cycle may be irregular due to stress, illness, and inadequate nutrition. Okay, irregular means that some 1 or 2 day delay or 1 or 2 day, 3 day prior if you are under stress. Okay, do you know that stress affects our hormonal balance in the body? Okay, if we are stressed, then it will affect the hormones inside our body. Okay, so due to stress also, it may be irregular. Illness because inside bacteria is there. Okay, inside these things are the infection is there, so naturally it will affect. And inadequate nutrition, sometimes not eating proper food also affects the this cycle. So it's important for girls to take good nutrition. It's important for both boys and girls to eat nutritious food. Okay, then all girls should have an iron rich diet to prevent anemia. What is anemia? Anemia is a condition where you don't have that much of blood or that much of hemoglobin in your blood, which is required. Okay, which should be there. For example, I think the pointer is 9 hemoglobin, which should be there. But if it is lesser, like 8 or 7, then that means you might have anemia, means lack of hemoglobin in the blood. Okay, lack of hemoglobin in the blood. Girls who bleed heavily or are malnourished may also need iron supplements. Okay, iron supplements. Iron increases hemoglobin in our blood. it helps us build that in our blood. Okay, iron directly affects our blood and helps in cleansing, purifying it, and increasing the hemoglobin. Taking iron. Okay, you must have read about this in detail in lesson number 2, food and its nutrients. Although menstruation is a natural phenomenon, there are many myths related to it. Some of these has been clarified in the table 20.2. We will read menstruation myths and facts. Okay, what are some myths and what are some facts related to it? What is a myth? Girls should not engage in any work during menstruation. Okay, this is traditionally they say that they should not engage in any work during menstruation, but the fact is that girls should continue with their daily activities as long as they feel comfortable. In fact, walking and exercising can help them get over cramps and pain. Okay, so the thing is that, like, if they, this myth says that they should not do anything. Okay, even in traditional some homes, they don't allow women to cook food. They consider them unclean. Okay, even though this is a natural phenomena, very natural, they consider them unclean. They don't let them cook. They don't let them clean. But when they are doing activity, if they are comfortable, they can do it. Okay, there is nothing as unclean because it is a natural process. And exercising and walking also helps. Now, cramps and pain, there is when, because uterus is shedding its lining, there is contraction and relaxation of uterus, okay, to push the lining outside. So that contraction and relaxation, that heavy contraction that happens in the uterus causes cramps, means stomach ache. Okay, you'll feel that stomach is paining very badly. That those are cramps that happen because of the uterus contraction and relaxation, and that is eased when exercise or walking we do. Okay, when exercising is done, walking is done, that feels better, it relaxes the uterus. Okay, movement also helps a bit. Warm pad and heating pads also help with cramps and pain. Then menstruation is an abnormal condition. Also a myth, okay, that menstruation is an abnormal condition, but fact is that it is a natural phenomena. Although some girls may feel less energetic during this period, less energetic because naturally they'll feel tired, okay, a little bit weak. And this tiredness and weakness happens to those people more who are anemic. Okay, if you are having lesser blood, okay, lesser hemoglobin in the blood, then you are prone to be more tired, more weak, feeling weak during this period because blood is already less and then it's going out. So naturally, weakness will be there. So what is advised is eat good food, eat good nutrition, take iron. Okay, that is advised. Now, then some girls, beside cramp, they get backache, headache, stomach ache, or experience a loss of appetite. Some girls do not want to eat, don't feel like eating, but besides, some have like backache, headache, stomach ache. Okay, backache and like headache, stomach ache is related to the uterus. Backache is also related to that. Okay, lower abdomen pain. Okay, backache. Headache is because of the weakness, because hemoglobin is less, so headache is because of that. Now, it is all right to take medicine to delay or hasten menstruation. This is a myth that it is okay to take medicine which delays the menstruation or hasten or like induces it faster. So that is totally wrong, and one should avoid taking medicines to delay or hasten menstruation as they can be harmful to the body. Why? Because they are having a lot of side effects. Because, see, menstruation is a natural process. When you are putting a stop or pushing back something which your body is doing naturally, imagine the impact it will have on the body. Okay, imagine the impact it will have on your body if you are pushing away something which the body's natural system. Okay, so it is very harmful to take medicines to delay the period, to bring period, induce or delay it. It's very harmful. Bathing during menstruation causes cramps. Okay, this is a myth that if you take a bath during menstruation, it causes cramps. But it is important to bath daily. Okay, to bathe daily. A warm bath can soothe and relax muscles. Okay, this is very good to take warm bath. It is very good to yourself relax. Hygiene is definitely cleanliness and hygiene purpose. Besides that, for a good genital hygiene, this is washing ourselves
Um,
properly when taking a bath. Okay, washing properly.
yeah, audio is
Yes.
breaking up a lot.
My audio is breaking up a lot. Okay, 1 second. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. To adopt good genital hygiene means that good hygiene of the pubic regions, okay, cleaning and maintaining good hygiene, especially during menstruation. Clean sanitary napkins should be used during menstruation, which should be changed every 6 hours. Okay. If a cloth is used instead of a sanitary napkin, it should be washed with soap and water and dried in the sun. Drying in the sun, why? Because sun kills the germs, okay, germs and bacteria. So drying in the sun is a good thing to do. Then this is a very big myth that is there even today. Even today, women should not enter kitchen during the period of menstruation. There is no scientific evidence supporting restriction on working in the kitchen, handling certain food items like pickle, or participating in social and religious functions. It is all wrong, good. Okay, nothing is wrong in it, and it is all good. Women can do all of it. There are only some. These are only some of the myths that you may hear, and you may hear about many others. It is up to you to find the truth about these myths and make informed and responsible choices rather than follow these myths blindly. Okay? So if we hear myths, not just about this, but about anything, we need to check it that is it scientific or not. Okay? Usually myths are not backed up scientifically, means that there is no science supporting them because they are myths. They are created by people. Okay, they are created by people. So it's up to us to research about them, find out the scientific logic, okay, and to follow it or not, it is up to us. Okay, nocturnal emission is the release of excess semen from the penis during sleep. Okay, it's defined here. It is also known as wet dreams or nightfall. Okay, excess semen because our the testis in the males always working. Okay, it's always working, always producing semen, always producing sperms. Okay, now if in like old men or married men, sexual activity takes place, so it balances it out. But for the children, for the young people, for adolescents, for unmarried people, they um it releases because it's like forming. So excess of it is there, it releases out. That is known as nocturnal emission, sometimes during the sleep and all. Okay, also known as wet dreams or nightfall. The frequency of nocturnal emissions or nightfall varies from person to person. Nocturnal emission is a natural phenomenon. Hence, there is no need for boys to get worried about it or feel guilty about it. Okay, this is natural, so you don't have to worry or feel guilty about it. There are many myths about nocturnal emission, some of which have been clarified below in table 20.3. Okay, so we will do this tomorrow. Okay, we will do this tomorrow. Nocturnal emission, we'll talk about it tomorrow. Okay, then I'll see you in English class. Bye.
See you,
Bye.
man. Thank
Thank
you.
you.